So welcome to LNP Renewable System Generator. Today we are going to discuss the basics of PLC ladder logic. Okay, as a building management system engineer or a building automation control engineer, what are the basics that you need to know? Okay, so we had already discussed a video in the part 1, some of the basics. If you missed that one, we had provided the link below. By referring that link, please view that video fully so that it will be better for your understanding. Okay, so now let us get into the topic of part 2. So today we are going to see how basically NO contact, NC contact and the NOT functions will work. We can use in the ladder logic where we used to use those things we will discuss, and how if then function normally we can create inside a ladder logic that we are going to see with an example also. Okay, so now let us get into the normally NO function logic base. See here, normally this is an NO contact. Okay, if it is indicated with a black color without any sort of indication, if it is changed to green, it means it is enabled. In certain places nowadays, in between this contact, they are providing the indications. If it is enabled, normally they are making it in a green color. If it is disabled, they are making it in red color. Like that they are showing. Or normally it will be in the black position if it is in the false state. When it is changed to true state, they are showing it the green color. So this is an example ladder logic concept of NO function. Normally open contact. See here, these are the contacts. Now it is in the open position. Okay. So the same thing we had provided in the basic relay diagram. This is a coil, okay, and this is a normally open contact. Okay, where this is the position of the coil in the de-energized position. When it is energized, when we energize the coil, what will happen immediately? The contact will get closed. Okay, now if you go for a NC contact, so normally the coil will be in the closed position. Okay, when the coil is in the de-energized position, it will be in the closed contact, and when we energize it, okay, when we give the power supply, it will get open. So that is the NC to NO concept. Okay, for the safety operations, normally we used to use this NC. See, this is a simple example. Okay, we had provided you with a ladder logic editor. Okay, simple ladder logic, how it is working. Please have a review of it. Let me play the video. Please see how we are enabling an output. Okay, simple basic output with a ladder logic. If you program it, this is how it looks like. This is how it works. So now we are going to see here. We get provided the input 1. Okay, so now we are going for a, this is in the editing mode. So just we are cross verifying everything is okay. Okay, this is the, see here, these are the rails, and in the horizontal ranks we have provided the input conditions. Okay, logical expressions. Okay, this is a normally open contact. Okay, what we are going to do now, we are going to enable the simulation. So in the simulation, what we are going to do, if we enable the input 1, okay, we are making it on. If we make it on, what will happen? Immediately the output will get enabled. See here, we can make it on. Now the output is enabled. So it is like a switching on operation, and we have provided the latch function. So we are using the same output as an input so that it get latched. Even if it's a push button, or in the push button concept, we'll go for this latching concept. Okay, now if you want to make the load output off, you can use the input I2 switch. If you enable the input 2, immediately we can make this output off. Okay, so this is a simple example. See here, when we enable the I2, it is changed from NC to NO, immediately the output is off. Okay, and how the NOT function will work, we all know it. Whatever we gave, it will be in the opposite. If we gave a 0, it will be 1. If we gave 1, it will be 0. So this is how a NOT function will work. Same if you go for a true or false statement. If you gave false, it will be true. If we gave true, it will be false. This is how it will work. And in the using this NO-NC concept, how we can see, if it is a false position, normal A will be with the NO contact. Okay, but if you go for a not function, whatever, it will be the NC. In the same way, if you're going for a true function, okay, and you want a not logic there, then you can go for the NC. Okay. The same concept we had explained here with the ladder logic. We had programmed it. Okay. And the video, it will be easy for you for explaining. This is the simulation how it works. See here, two ranks. Now it is in the NC position and the output is always on. So the output will off. Okay. This is a, see here, when we enabled the switch 0, I0 input function, the output is off. And when we disabled it, again the output is on. So the invert operation is working. When the switch is on, we can make the switch load off. When the switch is off, we can make the switch, load on. So this is how a basic concept not function we can simulate in a simulation. See here, this is an example of how if then function is we can use in a create inside a ladder logic. See here, this is a two ranks. So we are giving a function as if a is on, then make this output on. So this is the if, then make it make this y output on. So we are giving the if then function here. So now let us get into the topic. See here with the example PLC we had explained here. This is the line. Okay, so for the line 1 we are giving a 0 volt and we are giving a 24 volt, and we are connecting the lamp output in the 24 volt. Okay, when we enable the switch, immediately the light will on. So the same concept we had explained here. If the switch is on, then only the output should on. Okay, so the same concept they had explained here in the PLC. See here, if the pressure switch is on, immediately the lamp output will be on. The if whatever if you want to create inside a relay, the same thing as I told earlier, we can create inside a PLC. Its size is very less and also it is very much efficient. Okay, see here what happens when the switch is off, the output was also off. When we activated the switch, immediately the lamp is glowing and the coil is energized. Okay, so in the if then function, what it will be, if it input is false, the output will also be false. If the input is true, the output will also be true. See here, this is in the normally false condition. If there is no input, and the output is also 0. And what we are going to do, we are enabling, we are charging, we are energizing, we are enabling the switch immediately, and the output is also getting enabled. The same concept we had explained, we had designed inside the simulator. Okay, this is how we create the logic and we will upload it to the PLC. This is the simulation. Even in the programming software also, the same methodology we can use. Based on the type of programmer logic controller we are using, our addressing will be changing, but rest of the things will be same. So now let us see how it works. See, we have a 0, the output is also 0. Now what we are going to, we are going to enable the I0, immediately we are getting the switch concept, how we are establishing the ladder logic. So this is a simple concept how enabling a switch on and off function we can enable in the relay logic. Okay, with the help of this ladder logic, how we can establish. It's a simple simulation. And see here, we might have all have a doubt. Okay, this is an example question. We have two switches. Okay, we have two current relays. Okay, and what we are going to do, from the current relay 1, we are taking the NC contact. Okay, and from the current relay 2, we are taking the NO contact. It means it is already in the closed position and it is already in the open position. Okay, so if this is changed to closed position, what will happen when the current relay 1 close to closed position, what will happen? Immediately the light will glow. Okay, but if this is, if it means that when both are 0, okay, there won't be any output. Okay, and if out A is off, okay, and we just enabled the B, that is second input, second push button, immediately the current relay get enabled and for sure we will get an output. Okay, now what we did, we immediately enabled the switch A. So the contact of NC had changed from NC to NO. Okay, even though if you make it is in the false position or the on position, there won't be any output. So this is how it will be. Let us see the answer. Yes, so what we said is right. Okay, So only when the B input is enabled, we will get an output. In all the other portion, it will be in the 0. Thank you. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. If you want to know more and learn more, you can contact us. We had provided the contact details in it. Okay. Apart from it, we are providing design, installation, training, consultancy supports for the automation projects that we can able to do with this PLCs. Okay. If you want to know the basics, you can contact us. We are providing the training supports. Okay. And if you want to have any consultancy supports also, you can contact us. We can provide consultancy for building automation, home automation, industrial automation. Even if you want to do any automations in the metro stations, we are providing the consultancy supports. Okay. And also, if you want to do solar, okay, on-grid, off-grid, hybrid power projects, we are providing the supports. You can contact us. We can provide the contact details in it. And also, if you want to know the electrical vehicle basics, also you can contact us. We can provide the contact details in it. Okay. And as we told earlier, we can classify this session in the 4 parts. Okay. If you missed any of these parts, so we have provided in the description. By referring that, you can able to know what are the topics which we discussed in the various parts. Thank you.